The phone buzzed on the nightstand, its screen a cold beacon in the dim hotel room. I froze, half-dressed, my sundress tangled around my waist, the taste of cheap rose still sharp on my tongue. The notification glared. Flight cancelled. Contact airline. My stomach lurched, not from the wine or the late-night laughter with my friends downstairs, but from the name attached to the message, Daniel. My husband. The man who'd kissed me goodbye 3 days ago with a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Why would he cancel my flight home? My fingers trembled as I dialed his number, the hum of the air conditioner swallowing the silence. No answer. Just his voicemail, calm and clipped. This is Daniel. Leave a message. I didn't. I sank onto the bed, the mattress creaking under my weight, the room's tacky floral wallpaper closing in. The girls' trip had been my escape. 4 days in Miami, sun-soaked beaches, and cocktails to celebrate Lila's divorce. I'd forgotten Daniel's birthday. I'd laughed it off when he texted a curt, "Thanks for the birthday wishes" yesterday, blaming the chaos of the trip. He hadn't responded. Now this. My pulse hammered as I opened my email, a nagging instinct pulling me there. An attachment waited, unopened, from Daniel's work address. The subject line was blank. I clicked and my breath caught. Petition for divorce. The words blurred as my vision swam. The legal jargon a knife twisting in my chest. Infidelity. Irreconcilable differences. My name, Claire Thompson, typed in cold black ink. I wasn't cheating. I'd never cheated. Had I? The room spun, the distant thump of bass from the hotel bar pulsing through the floor. I scrolled through our texts, searching for clues. 3 days ago. Have fun, Claire. Be safe. 2 days ago, miss you. Yesterday. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Nothing else. No anger, no accusations. Just silence. My mind raced back to the weeks before the trip. Daniel had been distant, working late, his kisses perfunctory. I'd chalked it up to stress. His tech startup was bleeding money, and I'd been too caught up planning this getaway to press him. But there was that night, 2 weeks ago, when I'd found his phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. A text from someone named E had flashed. Can we talk soon? I hadn't asked. I didn't want to seem paranoid. Now the memory burned. I called Lila, my voice shaking as I paced the room, the carpet rough under my bare feet. He canceled my flight, Lila, and sent divorce papers. The words tasted like ash. Lila's voice, usually sharp and confident, softened. Claire, what? That's insane. Did he say why? I read her the email's key line. Infidelity. She gasped. You? No way. He's projecting or something. Men do that. Her words hung there heavy. Projecting. Was Daniel hiding something? Or was this about me? The late nights laughing with Ryan, Lila's cousin, at the bar. The way he'd brushed my arm last night, his grin too warm, my laughter too loud. I'd felt a spark, hadn't I? But I'd gone back to my room alone. I always did. I needed answers. I booked a new flight for the next morning. My hands clumsy on my phone, the screen smudged with sweat. The hotel felt suffocating now. The air thick with the scent of coconut sunscreen and regret. I packed my suitcase, each fold of clothing deliberate, as if order could anchor me. My mind replayed every moment with Daniel. The way he'd linger in the doorway before leaving for work, his hazel eyes searching mine for something I couldn't name. Had I missed the signs? Had he? The flight home was a blur of turbulence and dread. I landed in Chicago at dusk, the city's skyline jagged against a bruised sky. Our apartment was dark when I arrived, the key trembling in my hand as I unlocked the door. The living room smelled of Daniel's cologne, cedar and citrus, but he wasn't there. His laptop sat open on the coffee table, a screensaver of our honeymoon in Greece flickering softly. I hesitated, then typed his password, our anniversary. It worked. My heart sank as I opened his email, guilt prickling my skin. There it was, the divorce petition sent to me at 2 a.m. Miami time. But below it another email, drafted but unsent, addressed to E. I can't keep doing this. Claire deserves better. I'm ending it. My knees buckled. I gripped the couch, its leather cool under my palms as the room tilted. E was Emily, his project manager. I knew her, sharp, ambitious, always lingering too close at company events. The email thread was short but damning. Meet me tonight? She'd written last week. Missed you at the office. His reply, not sure this is a good idea anymore. My chest tightened, anger and grief colliding. He was the one cheating. Not me. But the divorce papers. Why accuse me? I scrolled further, my breath hitching at a photo attachment. It was me at the hotel bar, laughing with Ryan, his hand on my shoulder. The timestamp. Last night. The sender. Anonymous. Someone had been watching me. The door clicked open and I spun around. Daniel stood there, his tie loosened, his face pale. Claire, he said, his voice low, like he was testing the air. You're back early. I held up his laptop, my hands shaking. Who's Emily? The question cut through the silence, sharp and raw. His eyes widened, then darkened. You went through my email? He asked, stepping closer, his voice tight. You're the one who sent divorce papers, Daniel. Accusing me of cheating. Explain this. I pointed at the photo. He froze, his jaw tightening. I got that last night, he said. Someone texted it to me. Said you worked with him. My heart pounded. I wasn't. You know I wasn't. But doubt flickered in his eyes, and I saw it. The fracture in our trust widening. Then why didn't you call me on my birthday? He asked, his voice breaking. Why didn't you care? Tears stung my eyes. I forgot, Daniel. I'm sorry. But you're the one sneaking around with Emily. He flinched, guilt flashing across his face. It was a mistake, he whispered. I stopped it. I didn't know how to tell you. The room felt too small, the air too thin. I wanted to scream, to forgive, to run. Instead I asked, who sent the photo? He shook his head, his hands clenched. I don't know. A burner number. My mind raced. Lila? Ryan? Someone else, watching, waiting to unravel us? The truth hung between us, jagged and incomplete. We'd both betrayed each other. Not with bodies but with secrets, with silence. I stepped toward the door, my suitcase still unpacked. I need time, I said, my voice barely audible. He didn't stop me. As I walked into the night, the city's hum swallowed my footsteps, and I wondered who had seen us break, whose hand had pushed the first crack.